How do you know Kevin didn't kill anybody?
There's no way he did. Look at those eyes.
Are we on yet, Jim?
On warm-up.
Let's go.
6:56.
Get it rolling.
There we go.
Okay, welcome here to the kickoff of the Cinco de Billet, the 5th year for the Crooked Billet here at Bucks County Curling Club. And our featured game today will be the Twisted Crew, skipped by Michael Collins. Michael Cocktail Collins, his first time in a big event, going against Bucks and Friends with Matt, don't call me Captain Pring. It's going to be an exciting game, I can tell right now. The teams are looking a little excited, and they're still waiting for the second team to come out now. It might be a little gamesmanship here. I don't know. But we're willing to get into this thing.
Just remember.
We're new. Yeah, good luck. Just play your game, guys. Okay, well, we're down to only one person watching right now, and that's just me. So I scared everybody off.
You didn't miss anything. This ought to be fun. This ought to be fun.
Okay, I think we're getting ready here. They're flipping the coin to decide who's going to throw first and what colors. It's going to be a fun game, I can tell you that right now. This is a good bunch of guys out there. It's almost a Bucks versus Bucks with two members on Bucks and Friends being regulars here at Bucks, and the other two are Alaska Bros. Oh, hello there, Mr. Wolf. The ice looks like it's going to be in fine shape, and we have to thank the ice crew of Wayne Anderson and Kevin Stayer today. They were really working on it, and Steve Johnson as well. And they did a pretty good scrape, and it looks like it's ready to go. It is a very humid day out here today, so we're going to see what's going to happen. It might be a little slow to start off with, but I think it'll come up to Buck's speed in no time. We're still waiting for, it looks like Bucks 4 to start. And I think we're going to get going here. Tom Monahan is throwing lead for Bucks 4, so we're going to judge the speed right now. It looks like that's got to go. That's usually the problem on the first stone. It will be a little slower. And they're sweeping their darndest to get it over, and it looks like they are definitely going to get it over, probably make it a 1, possibly a 2 guard here. Good sweep, guys. Kevin Brady throwing lead for Bucks and Friend. Kevin's looks like it's a solid 3 guard here. That's actually going to be in. Wow, that's even deeper than I thought. Okay, it's a little stronger. And Kevin's used to maybe being a little slower to start out with, gave it a little extra. Bucks for second shot here. Looks like it's on the same line as the first one. They're going to let it work a little bit. It's starting to cut towards the middle more. They might get a little tick over where they want to. No, it's actually going to clear that guard. And it's going to be a top 8 shot here. Not a bad shot. Hey, Greg, if you could give us a feedback on how the volume sounds on the ice and from the mics, that'll be great. Kevin Brady with his second shot here. Looks like they're going for the takeout. Sweepers are off and maybe a hair wide, and here it's starting to work its way back now, and I think this might be fine. I think it's going to roll under cover too.
Second stone.
Scott Grief just threw his first shot here. Looks like it's going to be a little light. Probably a 1 guard here.
Unprepared first time.
Okay, the ice volume's a little low. We can fix that, I believe. I just turned it up, and hopefully that took care of that. Okay, Pring's got 2 shots in the house here, and I think they're going to be calling for a takeout, but Scott has disappeared. These are first-time Spielers. They might not be used to the clock running, so you need to be ready to shoot at all times. And they really need to get out there and make a shot because time's a wasted here. Well, since we have a little lull in the action, I'll tell everybody, come on down to Bucks County Curling Club. We have many fun activities this weekend. We will have the Kentucky Derby pool, and we stop all action, and we actually watch the Kentucky Derby on all the TVs here, and free mint juleps to everybody in attendance, whether you're playing or not. So come on down, get yourself a free mint julep, put some money on the horses, and let's see how it goes. Okay, Scott is finally back, and we're ready to go. He was apparently missing his knee slider, and that affected him on his first shot. Okay, he's a little tight on this one. So I think Michael's going to play, maybe, hopefully try to raise his outside one, but I think it's past it. Okay, so Bucks 4 might be in a little pickle here soon. Here's the 4 stone for Bucks and Friends. I think Matt's trying to play something top of the house here, no further. It's a little deeper than he wanted, but that's undercover, and I think that'll be fine. Okay, Dan D'Amico's first shot here for Bucks 4. Dan is throwing the 5th and 6th stones, but actually will be playing second. Scott will be vicing. This looks like it possibly a little wide. It needs to come in. It's starting to make its move now. Actually, no, this is going to be fine, I think. If it has enough weight to knock this out. Michael's got to get on that to sweep. He needs to get on that a little quicker, but that's fine. It's the Vice Rocks here for Bucks and Friends. Just throwing control weight here. They're going to really have to sweep to try to catch this blue. I think they're under it already. Now he did chip it a little bit. Oh. That's a good outcome for Michael. I don't know if that's what they really wanted to happen there. Dan's second shot here. Yeah, I think that would be a good shot. Try to cover up anything, but they could still see it on the outside. I wouldn't mind even splitting here. Come under the left side guard. This is really got to move. They're waiting on it to move, but I think it might need it for a weight too. Cocktails calls an early sweep here, and they're actually dragging it more towards the center here. Now leave it right where it's at, Michael. That's fine. Higher the better. Yep. So a possible double here. A look around the sheets here. On sheet A, we have Albany 1 versus Philadelphia 2. Sheet C, we have Bucks 6 versus Philly Bucks Diamond. And on sheet D, we have Bucks team and Chesapeake. We have a lot of Bucks here, representatives this year. Okay, this is going to be Cocktail's first stones. These are important ones now. It's a possible end he could steal here. He needs to think this out. He's going to try to draw top 12, I believe. You can still see that outside blue one. Cocktail's looking very patriotic himself with his red and white striped pants today. He's a big fan of loudmouth. And this, again, this is his first time skipping in a spiel. So congratulations, Michael. I would say at the pace right now, it'll be hard to get 8 ends on this match today. It's a little slow. Cocktail's coming out. They're not on it, so possibly heavy. I think it's going to be heavy. If they could chip this one over, it'll be the same thing that they wanted here, which could be fine. Actually, put that right on top of the reds. That'll be good. That's fine. That's even if they try to take that out, that wouldn't be shot. Pring with his first shot here. You know Matt's going to want to sit down here and probably sit on top of that blue. Well, they're on it early. I don't know if it's got the weight. Yeah, now they're letting it glide a little bit. Yeah, they're going now. This actually looks good. Wow, it might be a hair heavy now. Matt's not happy about the weight call. Right now, if Michael could put something top 4 here, that would be the shot to make. I say be aggressive, Michael. Top 4. I was just reminded that the force is on here. I don't think the force is on. I think they're going to possibly steal 2 here. Cocktail's taking his time out of the hack here, but this is an important shot, and the ice guys are waving to us right now. Cocktails has released a shot. He's sitting there. They're not on it. They must like the weight. It's got to move a little bit. I think I'd get on it now, boys. I'd get on it, boys. I'd get on it. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Sit. Nice shot, Cocktails. Well, Matt can sit here and look at trying to limit the damage he can get here. I don't think I don't know. If he could nose this, I guess if he noses this and it drives the back, the problem is if it drives the back blue one out, it's a jam. It won't count. If he can just get to the outside of it and roll over, it possibly be a counter. But the same thing here, even if he gives up one, he could get out two here, that's fine. They're on it, the sweepers are on it. Oh, well, he got rid of two, he got rid of one, and Cocktail steals two on the opening end. And I don't know, but some of the fans back here are kind of a little happy with what went on there in sheet B. Cocktails is smiling. Cocktails likes that end. Some score update here on sheet A. Albany is up 1-0 against Philadelphia, a rose among thorns. On sheet C, Dave Schmel's team is up 1-0 against Mark Wheeler's team. And on sheet D, it is Joe Weber's team is up 3-0 against Chesapeake. If we could have a little feedback here, how the volume is. I know we turned up the ice level. I want to make sure everything's still sounding good out there. Now, I was pretty sure that they got two on that end. And why did they only got one? Okay. Okay. Thank you there, Hook Daddy. Okay, Tom Monahan with his second shot here, opening up the second end here. Cocktail's playing by the book right now, throwing guards up the middle, trying to jam it up. Michael was saying earlier that his one goal in this whole spiel is to beat Team Pring. That would be a major upset. Kevin Brady, first shot here in the second end. Kevin, who plays with Matt Pring almost every league night and on a lot of spiels, is usually back end, but Kevin is a very fine front end player when it comes to some of the higher level spiels that he plays with Matt in. And after I said that, he just flashed. Sorry there, Kevin, I gave you the kiss of death. Scott Grief with his first shot. Scott now has his knee on. Oh, we have a person down on sheet A. I hope they're okay. It looks like they're fine. Their front end is saying that this is a back of the house shot. I'm looking more like back line hack here. have another person down on sheet D. The ice is a little slippery. I did say that it's very humid out here tonight, and it was a little slippery. But that was a broom throw from sheet D all the way into sheet B. That could have caused major damage, but it didn't. Cocktail's calling for the draw under the top guard here. This looks a little light. They're on it early. You know, a guard here would not be the worst thing that could happen. They can get it over here and leave it high. That would be fine. Yep. Michael calls them off. That'll work too. Nah, leave it go, Michael. All right. We could do that, Greg, if I could get my partner over here who's been bringing me beer, Sarah, to join up and post the scores on the live chat. I've been trying to keep them updated. But it's only been the first end, Greg. I can assure you, Greg Wolf, Carnegie Mellon has not scored. Dan D'Amico here, looking at a shot. Cocktails again is calling for a draw under. This could be a little hair strong. No, maybe not. This could hang around the back of the house. Matt's on it. Nah, they're going to sweep that out. Yes, Sarah, it actually works better if you could actually give the names of the teams, not just blue or red. I got you, Greg. We are trying to post that. There you go. Sarah Frey is posting them as we're speaking. There is a bit of a lag time here with what you're hearing, what we're seeing. So I'm hoping that's not screwing everybody up. They're really on this. If they can get it past the guard and get it in the house, this wouldn't be a bad shot. They're really on sweeping. That's a nice shot there. That's actually a very nice shot. That's counter. That's good sweep by everybody there. I haven't seen Matt Pring this red in a long time. Cocktail's trying to draw down to it. They're thinking it's back of the house weight. If it can chip, that would be fine. They might be able to play off a little thing off this. All right, sweep it out of the way, boys. There you go. That's fine. Leave it over there. Now you got a nice open shot at that if you want. Cocktail's looking very comfortable behind the circles today. It's his first time skipping, and he wants it. You can see it. He's got the eye of the tiger. he wants to win this game bad. They're saying bag 8 weight here. This looks like if Michael can get on it, he can sweep this out of the house. He's going on it. Yes, he's got it. Again, I think the ice has now come up to speed. Buck's ice is a quick ice. Has a lot of curl going on it right now. And at the end of June here, we are going to shut down for a couple months and need a well-deserved melt. We haven't had that in 2 years. We've been busy with a lot of summer spiels, and last year with a tremendous amount of learning the curl. So it needs it, and it'll be back in the best shape it's ever been for the big bucking, which will come up in September. So if any of you people want to get into another fun spiel here at Bucks, the big bucking is always a good time. Michael with his first shots here in the second end. I think Michael's just going to try to draw under here. He has two options. He could draw under that red, which would be a fine shot here. He could draw down to the red. Or he could try to do a heavy back line draw and ship it out. Looks like it's just going to be a normal draw. It looks strong though. It looks like back. It looks back line-ish. Yeah. Oh, they did switch. I didn't even realize they did switch. Dan D'Amico is voicing. Okay, that makes sense. Well, this could be a big end for Matt here if he's looking at one here. If he can set himself up, it'll be tough for Michael to get in there to cut him down. You can tell that it's warm out there. If you look at sheet D, you never see Nancy without a jacket on, a scarf, a wool hat, and gloves, and she's down to just a T-shirt. They're saying 6'7". They're looking buttonish here. And this looks like a pretty good weight call. Actually, it looks like back 8, back 12. Dan's on it. Oh, wow. That really carried through the house. Well, that opens up the door here for Cocktails. If Cocktails can draw under here again, he could possibly steal another one. Cocktail sweeping the bottom of the stone, trying to get any debris off it so he doesn't pick. Michael takes his deliberate stance, looks, lines himself up, gets in the hack, and is ready to throw. I'll tell you what here, a bad shot wouldn't be, I mean, even if he was hair light, it takes out the draw port for Matt, but they got to get on this. He's all over the guard up front. Now, I would play something, maybe clog this up. Maybe they could chip that guard over and sweep that over. They just gave an open draw for Matt for 2 here. Matt definitely a lighter on this throw. Rightfully so. Let his sweepers carry it in. He's got to touch full white here. They're on it now. They're really going to sweep it. I think they got it. I think they got plenty of weight. Yeah. That's a good shot by Matt. Ooh, that's a lot closer than you would want it to, but that's a solid 2 for Matt. So on sheet B there, it's Matt Pring up 2-1 over Michael Collins. Sarah, do we have any updates on the other sheets? Oh, we do have Albany and Philadelphia is all tied up going into the third end at 1 apiece. On sheet C, they're on the third end, but they did not hang the score in the second end, so I have no idea. On sheet D, I believe it's in the same boat. I do not see the scores hung. Kevin trying to throw here a tight guard, I believe. Actually, knowing Matt, he wouldn't mind something in the top of the house either. That's fine. Yep. Sometimes you want to bait your opponent into that, hope that he hits it. Michael does not have to hit this right away, but he's going for it. He's going to try to go next to it. Okay, sometimes you don't want to clog the middle up when you have hammer. Michael might be trying to go for this and then maybe do a second shot as a tap-tap and have 2 of them in the house. Possibly be a strategy here. Yeah, they're calling this a 6. Sounds like this could be possibly T-weight here. Oh, this is going to be a fine shot. That's fine. So it looks like the Stones are gliding today, Sarah. We'll have to keep that in mind for our game tomorrow. Looks like you throw this about 3 top of the house weight, and you're getting the tee, no problem. You do. We do have a very strong front end. We have a lot of testosterone in the back end, though. I don't know if that's good. Okay, there's Tom Monahan's second shot here. If the Cocktails could call for the hit here, that would be fine as well. I don't know if he's trying to draw down to it. Looks like he's just trying to draw down to it, which is fine, but it is behind the tee line. Drawing down on top of that gives Matt an opportunity to draw on top of that as well. A hit and roll would be a nice shot here. Tom kind of brought it back on Broom. It's all about weight here. It's starting to make its move now. Cocktails calls for an early sweep. They're going to try to bring this down in here. Actually, if you could leave it just high and count, that would be fine. You don't have to freeze it, Michael. Leave it there would be great. There you go. That's a fine shot. That's a good shot. Matt calling for hack weight, just a little chip out here. He could possibly do the same thing. He could possibly chip this on the inside and roll under cover here. This is going to be a jam, I believe. No, that actually cleared it out, so that's fine. Credit the sweepers on that one. They did hold the line there. Well, I got to admit, Sarah, you're the most commentating person on this live chat right now. And we did lose someone, so I hope that wasn't because of me. Cocktails is just calling for another draw here. That's a little wide on delivery, and it might be a little strong. And we're down on sheet D again. Someone fell down once again. Normally, I would say people are drunk, but it's way too early for that to happen. You know the mics are good on the ice when I can pick up Chris Mahoney on sheet C. Talking to Cassie. Yes, Greg, go Owls. It looks like they might be going for the tap here, which, they're actually, this would be nice if they can do a little splitsy. Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a fine shot. The Scots trying right now. I think they're kind of trying to do the hack line takeout here, but he looked like a little wide on his delivery, so they got to let this work. This is a decision: either you let it go and try to hit the back red one, or hope that it moves enough. Yeah, that was one of the ones where you would like to just swept it earlier and just try to hit that back red one. Well, this end here could be a big end. This could determine the game, I think. If Cocktails has got to get in there, he's got to get his one, or at least hold Matt to one. They're letting it move here. This looks like it's going to be top 8 is what Matt's calling for. They got to sweep it to get top 8. And I think they got it. Yeah, that's a fine shot. That'll work. All right, now here is you still have, this is Dan's first stone. So I would blow this up because you've got yourself totally blocked for drawing. Just blow up the front, Michael. You still have 4 stones left. You could possibly clear 2 of them out right now. That's, I think, Michael is calling for. He is calling for a total blowout here. You got to throw this thing board weight. You gotta let this move out. Dan might have been a little wide on this, but this could possibly work here. Oh, almost got it. That opened up things. So again, people, if you got nothing to do this weekend, come on down to Bucks County Curling Club. We're going to have a lot of events going on. We're going to have the Kentucky Derby draw. We'll watch the game. You can get in the pool. You can win some money. We're going to have a lot of raffles going on here. We're going to have Bago going on outside, as long as some other events. It's a fun time. Bring the kids, bring the wives, or just the wife. Unless you're a Mormon, you can bring the wives. And enjoy yourselves. Brent's laughing because he might be a Mormon. We don't know. Most of the games look close, except for Sheet D. That looks like this game is going to be pretty much in hand by Team Phillips there. Well, you got a couple options here. You could draw down to that red one, sit on it, force Matt to draw under you. You could clear off that guard, still give yourself a draw port because you have hammer. I think Michael's going to call sitting on that back red one, which is not a bad shot here. Usually you don't like to go behind that tee line, but right now Michael needs to get something in there as a counter. We have Scott down on the ice. And his broom's out there. I don't know if they burnt the rock or not. Hit the rock. They should pull it out of play now before it hits anything. They're doing it. Okay. So again, people, if you're out there watching on the live chat, feel free to bring some comments in here. We're looking to talk, have fun, right? Because we're down to 50 minutes to go in this game, and it's still in the third end. Wow, Dave had a big end there to go up 7-2, huh? I see Dave's knees feeling fine. You know, Dave coming off a major knee injury up there in Duluth for the 5 and Under championship, and this is really his first curling action of the season. And I'm glad to see him come back and curling well right now. Oh, Scott almost went down again. Scott, it's ice. It's slippery. You don't have to feel it. All right, well, the draw port's still there for Michael. He just needs to get in, get under cover, steal himself one here, and then make this game interesting again. The people in the front row are doing a little strategy. They're trying to figure out what they should do here. And what are they calling for? You're looking for the draw under. Yeah, I think everybody's in agreement. Michael needs to draw under here. anything through that port will help him. The big question is that enough ice with the curl right now? Michael gets in the hack. He likes the broom. He likes everything going right now. It's all about weight and just wait for it to make its break before you start sweeping and dragging it in. Michael comes out. He might be a hair narrow. They're calling back 12 weight, which is fine if it moves. He has backing, but I don't think it's going to move enough. Now here, a little nick ain't going to hurt him here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. That actually nicked that guard up front, so he does have an more open shot here, but I guarantee Matt wants to clog that back up. Oh, we got a question out there from Greg Wolf. Why is everyone dressing like Michael? Well, I think Michael dresses that way because of his former skip, which is me. No, it's a loudmouth thing. If you remember the Olympics, two Olympics ago, Norway brought out loudmouth fancy pants, and it was such a hit. It became a curling sensation, and some of us really dove into it. Some of us also have 63 pairs of pants. Not to say that that's a good thing or not. Michael himself loves them, and he's getting into them, and he looks stylish out there. And it really does accentuate the cut of his jib. Yeah, I do play a whole season without repeating. If Matt can get this over in a spot, this is going to make it real hard for Michael to get in. Oh, that's close. I don't know if that's touching the line. They're going to have to look at this. I guess it ain't. I don't know if Julie heard that, Matt Pring's wife, but Matt Pring just said, "I love you guys." I would look at that. I mean, from this angle, it looks like it's touching the line, the hog line. You know what? Michael's looking at coming it this way, and if he would get back in a hack, there is definitely a shot on the left-hand side to get in the pocket and sit on that back red, which might be a little easier to draw in. Now, sometimes when you're behind the circles, you get yourself focused on one side of the ice, which we have played this entire end. But there is definitely a pocket there on the left side. He could come in with hack weight even and just hit that red. Oh, he might be looking at it right now. Michael's going to try to do the run back here. Well, I hope that Michael's former workers know that his nickname is Cocktails, and the reason his name is Cocktails is the first Bonspiel that he was ever in. He heard about all the partying that goes on, and at 2 o'clock in the morning came to our room and saying, "Where's all the party at? Where's the cocktails?" So that is his nickname for life. So with this ice, the broom, Michael's looking at running that front red back into the back red, clearing everything out. I don't know if it clears it out enough that he counts. This is interesting. This is why he gets paid the big bucks. Oh, no, he's just trying to draw. So it's got to go. It's got to go. It's really got to go. And they got to hold the line because it might crash on the front red one. It's a little light. He's going to tap them in for another one. All right, well, worst thing's going to happen there. So I believe Matt stole 2 there. We're looking at it right. So that is now 4-1 going into the fourth end with over half the game gone right now. So there's 42 minutes left. They need to pick up the pace to possibly get 8 ends here. I don't know if they're going to get to 8 ends. Sheet C looks like this game is pretty much going to plan for Dave Schnell. On sheet A, Philly has come storming back to take a 4-1 lead, but they haven't posted their latest scores now, so we have no idea. Oh, we got a little ambiance. The lights went down a little bit, and it's starting to party up here at Bucks County Curling Club. And usually the later ends here, the 9 o'clock draw is where the fun is at. This is the opening rounds, and like again, this is Thursday night. Everybody's fresh. They're ready to go. They're feeling it. Everybody thinks they're a winner. Everybody's in the A bracket right now. It's a good thing. And it's you play your best game. I think in your first game, you try to play your best game. Unless you're trying to get in the B bracket, then you don't play your best game. All right, well, Cocktails needs to start getting some points on the board here. He's going to need to do some multiples. He does have hammer, and he should start playing this thing out to the wings. He's setting up a guard to the outside, which is guarding up the redstone that's in the house. Oh, sorry, folks, for the dead air. I just came back from the little announcer's room. We had to take care of a little business there. We're back in. Matt's got 2 sitting in the house. Okay, we're down to our end of our first lead stones here, going into the fourth end. Again, a very slow pace. That's fine. This is probably, Cocktail's strategy was try to draw the game out, get under Matt's skin a little bit. But it's not working out too well right now. Yeah, you can see it right now. Matt just wants to start laying it in here, put a lot of shots in the house. Yeah, and Matt is a big Sixers fan, so he wants to get in here and watch the playoff game. Now, Michael has not fallen in the trap of trying to hit these stones in the house because you need to score. You need to set up guards and sneak behind. Now, if this is light, this will actually help Michael. Now, you really set up a guard in the middle, so now Michael needs to just draw under this. But it is one in the house. And it looks like on sheet D, this is going to become a handshake soon, I would believe. The opening games, really, they don't concede much because it's the opening game. But sometimes you want to save your energy. You got to play another one tomorrow. And sometimes that's the hardest decision to skip is when to realize to shake and when to realize to keep playing on. I'm more likely to shake because the beer's in the warm room. This looks a little tight. They did snap. Oh, hey, off, guys. It'll be a counter. Possibility. No, it's going to be a little strong. Scott's been just a little off tonight. I think that's a little bit of nerves. So, Greg Wolf, I hope by explaining what you asked me to, the workers with Michael's ex-company, that now that he's retired, understand what he is wearing. This has got to go. This looks like it's a 2, but they might be able to sweep this baby in if they are on it early. That is one thing with our ice right now. If you can get on that sweeping early, you can drag it. Look at that. Look at that. They took that thing from possibly a 2 guard to touching 8. And not many people like to touch 8 other than Sour Fry. She likes to touch 8 all the time. She says she never concedes touching 8. Yeah, now that's just a little wide, a little strong. So it looks like the most exciting game going on right now is on sheet A. Albany is sitting 1, trying to get themselves back in the game. We're down to Skip Rocks. And Rosie has just thrown her last stone on this end, and it's coming down here. If she can do a run back here, she could possibly sit 3. Joe S. is really calling for a sweep. And she didn't quite get it. So Albany here could draw in right now for 2. And if they were gutsy, they can only draw in for 2. I was going to say if they were gutsy, they could try to do like a takeout, roll over, and knock that other red out and sit 5 or sit 4. That would be a gutsy call. You just draw and get your 2 and make it a 4-3 game. Cocktails here. This is an important shot here. Like I said before, this is the game, I think. You got to get something here, folks. You got to get. If he's looking at blowing this up, I don't know if that's the shot. You only got 2 stones here, Michael. Oh, no, it's stand shots, pardon me. Okay, you can blow it up. I still like drawing under. You could use them as guards. Mac Mead agrees with me. Mac, a seasoned curler himself, agrees with that call. I mean, you're blowing it up for what? You're giving it an open shot here for Matt to take out. These are growing pains. These are growing pains for cocktails. He'll figure this out soon enough. Scott's having a little trouble with his footing tonight. I don't know if it's new shoes or just the humidity that's really bothering with him, but he's been up and down on the ice, slipping all over the place. And that might be hurting his delivery. We don't know. He's been a little wide on shots. I think it might be a little nerves. He did not come out with his slider to start out with, and that could be in the back of his mind. That really put a delay on this game. Now, if I know Matt, he's putting another one in the house. He's going to lay 6 on here. Folks, you know what's starting to look like something could happen here if Cocktails can't get a shot in here. Oh, God, he almost went down again. Right now, if I was Scott, I'd go walk over and go on the tacky part of the feet. Maybe something on the shoes because he's almost went down 3 times in a row, and he's going to hurt himself. Go walk over, clean off your shoes, buddy. There you look at that, like he heard me. Either that or go get yourself a scotch. Either one will work right now. You kind of got to like the front row here at Bucks. They're drinking their Jameson, I believe. Is that what we're drinking out front? It looks like Jameson Reserve, just regular Jameson. I like that. We do like spirits here at Bucks. We encourage drinking. Sometimes it makes our curling better. And sometimes you feel like a better curler when you're drinking. I don't know how that plays in Wisconsin, but here it works well. Well, you know, the good thing about Scott's shot there, or Dan's shot, it did take the 8-ender out of play. Pring puts a nice guard out front. Yes, Hook Daddy, I do occasionally have a spirit or two when I am curling. Just below us, we have a former winner here of the billet. He's enjoying himself some pizza and beer, taking in the festivities. I believe he won season 2 of the billet. Paul, was that Was it too fast, too, Billet? Yes. Paul came out of the middle of those brackets and won that billet. It was a great run by him. I finished probably near last place in that one. Well, here comes Cocktail's final shot. Or this is his final shot or first shot? I'm asking Sarah Fry here. No, he has one. This is his first shot. I'm sorry. It's still in the fourth end, I believe. This is the end that will not end. And it looks like Cocktails is just trying to draw under here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to bring some more beer tomorrow. Even though we have free beer, my beer is going fast. That looks a little strong by Cocktails. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he is sitting second shot, right? Someone would sit here and say, what would Greg Wolf do at this point in time? You're down 4-1. You're sitting second shot. Do you just get your one here? I don't think there's a possibility of getting two, and I'm sure Matt is going to clog that possibility up. We got Dan Pearson just came into the group here. He's sitting at the table talking to Brent Larson and Sarah Fry. It's a mighty fine table going on here. They're sitting here watching this game, and they're just sitting on the front end of their seats. They don't know what's going to happen next. Again, on sheet A is the closest game possibly going on right now. Philadelphia is leading 4-2 in the fifth end. Joe Hess is delivering her Vice Rocks right now. Philly is sitting one. This could be a big end, too, to determine this game. Well, Michael, you got an open 4-foot. All you got to do is draw the 4-foot here. Get your one. I don't think there's possibility of two here. I'll ask the former champion of the billet, Paul, here, what he thinks. Just draw a 4-foot. He agrees. Just draw that 4-foot. Just get your one here. Make it a 4-2 game. You got to go steal some here. The problem is they are running out of time here. They're going to run out of ends. Cocktails coming out of the hack right now. This is the big shot. This determines whether you're going to continue to play or you're going to give up two here. They're on it. I do like the weight here. I like the weight. Oh, no, it's really dying. It's got to go. It's got to go. Got to go. Dan's on it. If they can get it touching yellow, come on, guys. Sweep that baby in there. Ah. That's a tough one there, Michael. You had better sweep. I mean, they were on it early. They couldn't have carried it a little longer, but. Oh, this could be possible, too. Julie, what do you think, too? There might be a measurement. It really was a shame. If they could have got on at a hair earlier, they could have carried that into the full 8, got themselves one there. This is close. And I agree with Matt here. You measure anything you can get. Sometimes the button is not technically the button. It depends where the pin is laid at. Sometimes it moves just a hair, and all you need is a hair on a radius. And Mac Mead is laughing. I'm not talking anything sexual here. But sometimes you just need a hair on the radius to be off. Let's just keep it clean. There are children listening, Mac. We already had Sarah say she doesn't give up on an 8er. Okay, for some of you non-curlers out there, if you're watching, what they do here is they measure. There's a micrometer on the measuring device. And they'll measure the closest stone, and they'll get a reading. And then they'll move to the next stone, and if it goes more on the dial, that stone counts. Or less, the stone that they measure first is the counter. And what they normally will do is put the stone that is counting onto the button so everybody knows. And they just kicked the throw, so I have no idea. So that just pretty much shows you that we know nothing here. I would say it was 2. Because I do have eagle eyes. If I could try to get Kevin Brady's attention when he comes back to the hack here, he will signal whether it was 2 or 1. Rightfully so. Matt calls for that thing down onto the button almost. It's top 8. That's a great shot. Force Cocktails to play something to a freeze here. Matt looks like, Tom looks like he's a little wide on this. It might have to make its way back. The weight looks good. I just think it's a hair wide. Cocktails is trying to draw behind it. If they get past this and the weight's fine, and that's the problem. You sweep a little bit and it's strong anyhow. Hey, but it's 1 in the house. You can't argue with that. Now you have a shot of removing that front one. And you could see here, or you could hear here, the warm room's starting to fill up and a lot of excitement going on watching these games. Yeah, they're really cheering. They're really enjoying themselves here. These games have been really exciting. And like I said, folks, if you're out in the neighborhood, stop on by, come on down, bring the wife and kids, the wife and kids, not the wives anymore. I got in trouble for that. Bring the girlfriend if the wife ain't home. That's fine. Got the next teams are up. They're watching, trying to see how the ice is playing right now. Yeah, well, I mean, Cocktails here is trying to draw underneath that red once again. And they're still playing on sheet D, and I got to imagine this will be the last end here, right? They're up 9-1. This is the 6th end too, right? Correct? Yes, it is the 6th end. Dave Schmel handling things well on sheet C. I'm glad to see him. He's looking good. His form's back. His team's really gelling. I know that team. I used to play on that team. But I went to greener pastures. Something about an 8-ender. I had no idea what was going on. Scott needs to make a shot here. Hopefully he cleaned his feet off and he's sticky a little bit here. He's down on his knee slider. Everything looks good. It could be a hair wide, but let's see what the weight does here. He might be light. They're calling back at the house. Well, if he sits on the back red, that'll be fine. They got to get on it because they're on top of that red guard. And in fairness to Cocktails, they called back at a house weight. That wasn't back at a house weight. So he might have waited a little longer to sweep. All right, well, we're back here after a little break. And Cocktails is trying to get something in here, just trying to get anything to go on here. He can do many taps, but man, wow, Scott's real narrow on that. You know what, if it hits the red, it won't be a bad thing, but man, he really needed to tap that outside blue. He's not even going to hit anything here. All right, Scott, shake it off. You got plenty of game left. Get yourself back in. How about a big hand for Mary Fannin, who's working the food concessions? Yeah, Brent Larson, he brought asparagus or broccoli, whatever he got. What'd you get, broccoli, green peas, something? You stopped at the farmer's market. Celery. It was green. I saw him. He was weaving in and out of traffic, driving like a madman. He's like, there's free beer. I got to get my ass there. Yeah, I saw him. He drove right past me. I was still in the right lane, and I think he actually passed me on the shoulder. In fact, if you look at Tanner's Market, there's a couple dead cows. That's from Brent. He's like, yeah, I'm out there in Minnesota. You run over cows anytime when you get free beer. So, Hook Daddy, you still out there listening? You really got no life if you're still watching this. Get over here, Hook Daddy. Enjoy the free beer. We have our first shakes, and you kind of thought that was going to happen. Joe Phillips' team there with Nancy, GBDH, RKJY, and the rest of the day, Roland is not playing. Roland is the fifth. You got Cindy Bush, and I have no idea who their lead is. But they handled Chesapeake pretty good on that game. Now, it doesn't say that Chesapeake might come bouncing back tomorrow in the B event. But you know what? That's what you want to do. Everybody looks hot. I mean, if, like I said before, when Nancy's down to just her skivvies, you know it's warm out there on the ice. She'd be cold on the equator. You know Matt's going to go after this thing. What she's calling for. So we're trying to figure this out. Does he have a sponge on his foot? What is that on his foot? I have no idea. This guy has more attachments on him than RoboCop. All right, Dan D'Amico here. He's looking at something to draw in under here. This game started out really exciting. Cocktails possibly could have stole two. I could have argued it would have been two. You said it was only one. I thought it was two. But ever since then, it's been all Pring. Now I'm joined here with Roland. Get over here, Roland. Get on a headset. Bring over your laser cat philosophy and try to add some excitement to this game. Roland, we only have 16 listeners. There ain't many people out there. Yeah, Roland's drinking for two right now. I was saying, you know, it was hot out there. Nancy was down to just her skivvies. That just ticked the guard. The weight was fine. They already cleared 6 of them. Get on here, Roland. Join it. Pick up a headset here. I'm joined here by Roland.
Hey.
How's it going, Roland?
It's going excellent.
So you were watching your wife play on Sheet D.
Yeah.
They look like they handled Chesapeake pretty well.
Yeah, they had a last stand where they suddenly took 3 back, but they decided that was enough anyway, so they called it quits. I think it's one of those nights for early drinking.
It is an early drinking night. In case anybody doesn't know, Roland is not from our country. He is with a Spanish accent here.
Yeah, exactly. Always with my finger in the dike.
Sometimes you got to pay extra for that.
I won't go there. So what are we watching here?
We're watching Pring play Cocktails. Cocktails jumped out to a 1, and I'd still argue possibly it was a 2-0 lead. They didn't measure, but and it's been downhill ever since.
They never overcame that first shock of not having to.
I mean, I would have shook after I was up 1-0, saying, "Hey, I was beating you, Matt. I shook. I conceded."
So this is a team that Matt has played with before, or is this sort of a get-together out of all different parts of the nation? I think I see an Alaskan bro.
Yeah, I believe 2 of them are from Alaska.
Ah, and Wisconsin.
They're from. Oh, so none of them are from Alaska.
Oh,
So we have Nebraska and Wisconsin. Wow, we are in Midwest here. You know, I just see Paul. He is like all excited. Someone's from Wisconsin.
You better talk a little slower.
They might not understand here in Nebraska.
Well, they're looking like they're solidly in the lead.
Yeah, I don't know what Michael can do right here, Roland. He's going to try to. He could, yeah. I'd throw this thing hack weight. Maybe you come off the inside, you clear both the reds, and you're sitting shot.
I don't think he has much else to do. I mean, if he tries from the right and he misses, then he gives him another big score.
And it's definitely hack weight, if not board weight here. The problem is I think he's a little wide with that weight. I ain't going to move.
Let's see how
That's
well,
what.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
Just one out.
He needed to be like right on the middle of that stone.
Well, I can see. I mean, he was probably afraid that he would that we would overcurl and then he would crash on the guard.
Yeah, well, you know, that was, like I said, board weight, not hack weight. Hack weight moves, board weight's not going to move.
I'm sure Matt's going to just replace it.
Yeah, Matt's been throwing well right now.
And I see on sheet C, that looks like it's over.
Yeah, Dave looks like he's back in form after that knee injury, but he is he's really laying the hammer on Mark Wheeler.
The subtler side of Dave.
There are many sides of Dave. It's Dave and 4D. So Matt wearing his Pring jacket with arrows pointing to his ass.
Oh dear. Looks like he made a little slip there.
He's a little wide. It's all about the weight here.
It'll be okay. It makes it more difficult to get in there. It'll be a tension shot for the other skip. Who wants to draw against 4, 5? Oh dear.
Oh yeah, just put that thing right on the button.
Yeah,
well, you know what?
Give him something to lie on. So.
Yeah, I guess you could throw the same shot. I don't mind coming the other way either, but yeah, you can follow this down. You just saw the line.
I don't know whether he can get in there from the other way. There's a blue guard.
You can. It's just all about weight. It's just got to scrub the outside. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. After all, you know this ice better than anyone else. You're on it all the time.
I try. Doesn't mean I shoot well, but I know the ice. I know that it's wet and then it freezes.
Now, for this position here, we don't have to be able to curl well. You just have to be able to talk a lot about it.
That's it. You know, we're all good from behind the circles in the warm room.
Yeah. So which is the game that is being streamed live?
The one we are watching right now. The exciting one.
Well, then let's hope for the sake of the game that he puts it right on the button.
Yeah, this would be a confidence booster for Cocktails. If he could just get one in here. They're sweeping for weight because for line I'd make it weight a little bit. He must be light.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's light. They're off it, but yeah, they got to get past that other guard. No, look like if they get past it, it's a fine shot. Oh,
beautiful.
Very nice shot. Oh, and the warm room erupts with clapping. And this is what we're here to watch, folks. A shot like that. Break out the Jameson for everybody.
He really threaded the needle on that one. It looked like it was going to crash.
That was a good shot by Cocktails. You know what? I think we might double our listening ship right now.
From 2 to 4?
We got 16, and I'm one of them. And Sarah's the other one.
Well, there's some life in this game.
Wow, that was a hell of a shot there by Cocktails. That's a shot, you know what? You could be shooting a 120, but you buried that 35-foot birdie on 18. You remember that for your life.
You have the funniest analogies.
Well, Roland, we're going to have fun at the Mixed Senior Open next year.
Oh, that's going to be here?
Yes, it's going to be here, and we're going to, since we're curling together, we're going to have good times.
No, that's the mixed seniors with 4 players, not with not the mixed doubles.
No, it's 4 and it's mixed. That means it's men and women.
Okay, cool. And then they're in 1-2, 1-2 positions. Are they?
Yes. So
purely official. Okay,
yes.
that's cool. For the whole nation.
For the whole nation, everybody can understand that.
Should be wonderful. Well, this curling club deserves some real national attention because it's such good ice, such a wonderful place to curl.
It's got good people too.
Yeah.
It looks like on sheet C we had handshakes as well. Dave Schmel comes out with a big victory right out of the gun. So the only other close game here, and this game's starting to get out of hand here on sheet A. Looks like Rosemary's going to take care of Albany here.
Rosemary is doing her thing again.
That's what Rosemary does. She just, a sweet old lady, and she just goes for the throat.
Yep. I would say the jugular.
Yes. She'll make you bleed.
Yeah. Okay, well, no pressure there. Just get it through that goal, the hole, and make sure you don't get free against.
Pardon you? I'll tell you right now, if Cocktails can steal another one, the problem is, this is the 7th end? Sixth end. They're not going to get an 8th end.
No.
Well, they wasted a lot of time in the front end. Scott shooting second lost his knee slider, and they had to go find it. Ill-prepared for his first Monspiel.
Oh, he didn't lose it on the ice.
No, he left it in the warm room.
Okay, let's see whether Skip on sheet A has the nerve of steel required to get it in there.
No, that's heavy.
Oh.
That's heavy.
Oh.
But it's going to be a counter.
It's just one.
Is it? Yes, it is just one. It makes it a 6-3 game. They're going into 7th end. Yes, you continue there.
But looks very good for Rosemary.
Yeah, Rosemary should know how to handle that. You got a 3-point lead with 2 ends to go. You know how to play this.
Oh yeah, they can play 2 ends. That's right.
Yeah, you just have to get this stone off. Well, no, we do it. Yeah, as long as you finish the 6th end before. It used to be you had to throw your first stone, and people were rushing to get it off.
Yeah. Someone's going to get a surprise. It's nothing worse than being in the middle of your delivery. And
when the horn goes off, yes.
He got off.
Scott is a little wide on this shot, but he's a little light on his weight. That's a solid hog. Well, that's a 1 guard.
Yeah. I think that's called an Irish guard. It doesn't guard anything.
Hey, Roland, I am Irish. I do take offense to that.
I know you'd appreciate that. Yeah, it was a Scotsman who told me that. I mean,
I thought you were going to say it was an Irish 6.
No.
It ended up being a 1.
But there's another term I really like more. I mean, that's a funny term I heard from a Swiss player. They apparently think that the Austrians are really bad curlers, so they call a takeout that misses everything an Austrian takeout.
Oh, it's funny. You Europeans, you like to pick on each other.
We've been doing it for thousands of years.
Oh, yeah, hey.
You're just starting.
Yes. We're just babies in this whole world. Yeah, that's how you throw the dagger right there. That's a good shot. Top 4. Matt's got his serious face on right now. He's like, this game has gone on long enough.
Not that Matt is the guy who actually really wants to win so badly, you know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a fun game, isn't it? I love playing with Matt. Matt's fun.
Yeah, we just heard that he's going to stay in this country for a while.
Yes, he's going to stay at Philadelphia. College of Art, I believe, which is great. That means he's sticking around.
He's pretty gifted as a painter.
He is very. Matt is a. All kidding aside, Matt's a nice guy. He's good to have around here. He's fun to hang out with. Some people might be a little intimidated by him, but sometimes you got to enjoy his laughter when he actually laughs on the ice.
Yeah, I see the confidence in the stand. I've seen him curl long enough to know when he's not happy with the team. And at the moment, he's happy.
Yeah, he wasn't happy earlier when he was down 1-0. Look at Matt come out and try to sweep here. I believe Julie's going to have to give Matt a full body massage tonight because I've never seen him sweep so much. So, Roland, are you going to play in any game this week, or are you just going to sit on the sidelines?
I'm a fifth officially, so if there is a need for a sub in our team, then I'll be called upon the ice. But for the moment, it looks like Joe and his three ladies will do very fine without me.
Joe likes having three ladies around him.
And that's a pretty good team.
That looks like a good draw there.
It is.
Look at this. Yeah, back
Little
four
heavy,
undercover.
little heavy.
But that's, you know what? It's not a counter, but you got something to sit on again. Of course, Matt's going to try to block that up.
He's giving it another look. He takes a leisurely stroll down the ice.
Hey, Cocktail's talking to one of the ice crew out there, Tim. I think Cocktails is happy how this outcome is going to come either way. I mean, he's playing he's hanging in there with Matt, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, sometimes the C bracket ain't a bad bracket to get into.
If you want to lose, lose quick.
That's what I said. If you're going to lose two, lose the first two, right?
Don't get in that.
I'm all about the B bracket, Roland. It's the shortest way to the finals.
Rich was a little light on that one. He was trying to take out the loose stone lying in one position, and he was short.
Well, Michael, you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's go for the double inside off the red. Take the other red out. You're sitting two undercover. Yep.
Talk about a difficult shot. That has to be really thin.
Yeah, you know what? You're taking out this shot that's blocking your guard or your draw port anyhow. Even if he knows this, you got to tap.
And he's not doing it, I think.
Now he's showing the draw. Now, I would have liked that. Do the takeout. Come on.
No guts, no glory.
That's right. If you're wearing American flag pants, you better have some guts and glory.
Yeah. He's going to try and.
You know what you don't want to do is hit this on the outside.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be hitting on the outside here, or it's going to actually
knock it in.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. Nope. You didn't want that.
Well,
no. All right. Okay.
Not too much damage.
All right. You got something you can tap in. Sarah likes something to tap in all the time, she said.
He was pretty lucky that actually that rock went so far.
So who is missing on Rosemary's team? That Rich is now the fourth lady.
He's been missing, unfortunately. I think this was his second attempt to remove the blue counter, and it's still there.
Rich was my initial skip here on the very first Crooked Billet. We came out and won our first game against Ian Alexander, and he had delusions of grandeur that we were going to win it. And we came out and lost the next two by 16.
But you had your win.
We did beat basically the top seed.
And were you? Was that the first billet?
That was the first billet. That was the first time I ever met you guys.
Remember who won that first billet?
No. Well, you guys, did you win it? Yes. Okay. And then Paul won the second one. Yeah, it was you, Joe, and Cindy.
Yeah, and
Nancy,
against the great McKinley and his 3 skips.
Yeah.
It was a very, very impressive final. We played we played really well that one game because we had to against these people.
Now, Craig's not playing this.
No, I've not seen his name on the list.
Cocktail's looking for a tap back here, it looks like. What's that? Somebody farted? Dan's saying someone farted on sheet B. I mean, this might be the most exciting thing that's happening out there right now.
Chemical warfare.
You know what? If you can't beat them, blast them. That's my theory.
The obnoxious heck routine. Okay.
All right, so it looks like Cocktails is just going to try to... I don't know what he's trying to do.
I don't know. I think if he tries to tap that in, it needs to be really careful.
He's got to hit that nose, but he's got to hit that with like T weight. That's it. And that is not T weight.
It's a little heavier than that.
Yeah, this is going to hit it on the outside, and it's going to drive the red into the red.
No, we see what happens.
No, it's going to actually flash.
It's an Austrian takeout.
Yes. They defended well in the Second World War, too.
Yeah, that one went straight to Yugoslavia, actually. I didn't even stop in Austria.
Yeah, that was probably too strong anyhow. He needed to only throw T weight. That was it.
This might be the conclusion of this game. I mean,
It was going to be. It's only got one more end anyhow.
And red has line 2, and this is for 3. Oh, it's not 2 more.
Yeah, Michael should know to shake here. I believe it's going to go 8 ends on sheet A here, Roland.
Yeah.
But if they score 3 or 4, you would think that would be handshakes as well.
Should be, yeah. And I think red is taking over there.
Red is sitting
1, 2.
1 and 2, and this is going to be 3.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it's going to be 3.
Oh yeah, nice shot from Joe Hess.
If she can keep, it's probably a little. No, that's perfect. Top 4 weight. That is an awesome shot. That's even a better shot here.
Yeah.
By Matthew. Matthew's starting to feel him. He's starting to feel it.
This is really difficult. I don't see what there is to do.
Yeah. You know what I would do right now?
Shake.
I would shake.
Yeah. I think there's only chance for more misery.
I mean, no, there is a real skinny tap back of your blue, and I mean real skinny. You got to hit it nose, but you got to hit the perfect weight to get that into solid 4. I don't like what's he trying to do? Blow everything out of here?
I think this is going to be an attempt to.
What's he going to try to remove 4?
No, this is heroics here. He's going for the.
No.
1, 2, 3.
He's got to remove 4, Roland.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to just be hopeful.
His only shot is to tap that blue one back into the solid 4-foot.
Yeah, I fully agree. Okay, we'll see. This could very well be the last shot of this game. Taking his time, concentrating on if you had the magic marker, you could draw some lines on the screen to show our audience what he's trying to do here.
If he's trying to remove all 4, you know, I can't draw quick enough. And that ain't the weight to remove all 4.
Yeah. Well, it's going to hit something, that's for sure. And that's got 2 out. Not bad. But Matt still has the third the last rock.
No. They're done. Yes. Well, okay. So Matt just draws down here, taps blue back, gets 3, and this game is. I guess they could play one more end. I technically, you still have enough stones to win.
I think it would be 8-2.
So you're saying we got a chance?
If you really, really want to practice longer. Matt puts this right on the bottom. Certainly he's got the weight. Oh, God, oh, it's a little heavy.
Oh.
A little heavy there. Might. No.
Why were they sweeping?
What do we call that again?
An Amsterdam miss?
Oh, they're shaking.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think.
Well, that game ended, and you know what? You got to give Michael something. He drew something in the 5th end there to make it exciting. But that ends it here in the first draw at the Crooked Billet. I hope everybody was happy with that. I hope we didn't disappoint too many people with our commentary. And come on back at 9 o'clock. We got our second draw. Maybe Roland will stick around.
I might not be, actually, because I have to take care of my wife.
Hey,
But
whatever you got to do. Let's just keep it clean here. There's children listening.
Yeah, I'm sure. And how many of these 15 people still have their
There's up to 17 now, Roland. They heard you were on. Yes, you're real big right now in Denmark.
Very nice. You know what time it is in Denmark? I mean,
It's yesterday, or it's actually I think it's
3 a.m.
There you go. All right. Well, so
Okay.
well, you know what? I can keep it going here and tell you what's going on sheet A.
Well, Rosemary is trying to draw for 2.
Yeah, and this is it here. If Rosemary draws for 2, I believe this game is over as well. They are up 6-3 going into 7th end.
She looks a little narrow.
No, I think she's trying to tap that in red one.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not going to make it unless she can shoot the port here.
Nope, over curling.
Yep. So, but she still gets 1, which makes them up 4.
They might shake too.
I don't know. They shook. It's
There
all
you
over.
go. Time to refresh.
All right, so we're gonna
Thank
we're
you
gonna
very
do
much for the opportunity.
Oh.
I may be back. Don't know. Thank you.
All right, so for Roland, my name is Many Beers. Come back here at 9. We'll have the second draw. Until then, thank you for listening. Stay cool, stay classy. Good game cocktails. Let's bring it back to the warm room.